The world's oldest cup competition, the English FA Cup, is back with quarter-final action all across England this weekend. But the biggest clash is the recently crowned Carabao Cup kings, Manchester City, take on reigning Premier League champions Liverpool in a blockbuster game. And Dan, I don't think anyone thought City were favourites playing Arsenal in the Carabao Cup final, but they did show that they can be a cup team when they want to. Liverpool, on the other hand, I think ambitions of winning the Premier League are totally gone, even mathematically, probably. They still have a chance of winning the Champions League. And now it feels like the FA Cup is now looking like a must-win for them if Arne Slot is to save face at all in a season where they've spent so much.
Yes, it does feel like if they are to win silverware this season, this is their most realistic hope. But it's not going to be easy either. And you do make the correct point in the sense that a lot seems to be riding on Arne Slot's job. Is it going to be a case of silverware or bust? Or even if he gets fifth place in the Premier League and wins the FA Cup, will they still say thanks for everything, but we're going to go in a new direction? So a lot will depend on what happens at the weekend. Obviously, if Liverpool do go out the FA Cup, those conversations may come around a bit quicker. The pressure will obviously be on Slot for the last 7 league games and, of course, the Champions League ties as well. So a lot riding on this. And as you say, rightly, it's the tie of the round. And looking forward to what happens at the Etihad on Saturday.
All right, there was a lot of talk around how City would get a lot of push from that win over Arsenal in the Carabao Cup final. What do you think that victory does for them, especially heading forward in the season now? Do you think the Premier League maybe chase down Arsenal now? And do you think that maybe galvanizes them for this game against Liverpool?
Yes, it certainly will. Any sort of Wembley win is going to give a springboard for what is left in the season. Whether they can reel in Arsenal, we'll have to wait and see. But in that short term, they're certainly going to be even further boosted for the visit of Liverpool on Saturday. So the momentum is there. I think it's a huge push. They've already doubted people a couple of weeks back saying that they couldn't beat Arsenal. They've cleared that. They will be favourites to beat Liverpool at the weekend, but they've still got to show up. But with their win and that first bit of silverware, they'll be thinking, do you know what, even if we can't win the Premier League, it'd be great to do the English Cup double.
Let's talk about how both teams have spent in the summer, the last summer. City obviously didn't make a lot of headlines because they didn't particularly sign any marquee players. Liverpool, on the other hand, broke the bank not once, but twice in the transfer window. But it feels like City's January business seems to be maybe the best piece, probably the smartest piece of business done by anyone in the Premier League this season. They've gone and got 2 players who've obviously elevated the way the team is played. For Liverpool, heading to City, without those 2, initially, they would have had a chance, wouldn't they? But with those 2 in the team, that's Mark Gay and Antoine Semenyo, has that maybe taken City way past Liverpool now?
I think it has. I think the additions of those 2 have been excellent. They'll be even more valuable if City were to win the Premier League, but just what they've done since their arrival at the Etihad. Usually when you come under the coaching of Pep Guardiola, you need time to learn his methods. It's not a case of just plug in and away you go. But Antoine Semenyo looks like a player who's been at City for 2-3 seasons now. He looks like he's been a mainstay for City for some time, and that's testament to how good he has been. With Mark Guéhi, there's been plenty of centre-backs to call upon at Man City, no shortage of options. So it was a little surprise when they added the Crystal Palace defender, but I guess for the price that he was going to be available for, it was a no-brainer. And certainly with the performances he has also offered since arriving, it also is a fantastic piece of business. So they've got 1 piece of silverware in the lock already. If they can get 2, maybe even 3, then that business is going to be even more celebrated, but it also bodes well for next season as well in terms of what they can do, because as I say, they're bedding in now so quickly that you feel that they're only going to get better, and that's only going to lift the team even further. But going back to the Liverpool comparison, there's almost night and day between what you see from a City team and what you see from Liverpool at the moment.
All right, so let's talk tactics next. How do you think this one is won and lost for both teams?
I think, as always, for Man City, it's the midfield, isn't it? The way they choke possession out of the opposition. Liverpool, it all depends on, well, I guess what they go for up front, really, and how they can try and break that press. If they can get any joy out wide, whether Mo Salah starts, I don't know. Obviously, the announcement that he will be departing has been made. So if this is going to be kind of the failware tool, and if he's going to be able to hit the same heights as last season, or if this is the kind of slow end game, as it were. So I think that Man City will look to extend the pitch as much as they can, as they do, get their fullbacks forwards. If they start the likes of Cherky, then he's going to have plenty of joy in the attacking midfield role. Maybe Jeremy Doku might look to add pace if he starts with even an impact sub. And against the menu, wherever he plays, is going to be integral to how City develop. So I think that they'll look to be on the front foot and cause Liverpool problems. And if this was a City-Liverpool clash from last season, you'd be thinking, wow, this is going to be one for the ages. But with Liverpool taking that step back, it looks like City, with home advantage, have got all the components needed to go and win this one.
All right, so let's put our betting caps on next. Where does this one head?
Well, I think a home win is a good starting point, but you're not going to get much value from that. So I think both teams to score on a home win, just to squeeze out a bit more, is the best route here. I think Liverpool have always got a goal threat, but I feel that their defensive issues have been, by and large, their Achilles heel in the past few weeks. And I just think City will have that bit more. So I think both teams will get on the score sheet. It'll be an entertaining clash, but I think City will edge this one in 90 minutes and manage to get over to the semi-finals in Wembley for their first visit to the capital. Well, another visit to the capital in the season, but it might be the first of two in terms of the FA Cup. So City in the hat for the semi-final draw come Saturday afternoon.
All right, thank you very, very much, Dan. Detail as always.
Thanks, Tolu.